So there's two facilities. There's one in Ballymena called Cranswick, and there's one in Cookstown called Carrow.
Okay.
So they have gas chambers where they gas, well, Carrow and Cookstown gas about 3,500 pigs every day, and Cranswick and Ballymena gas about 2,500 every single day.
Is this just because for hang or this for like I know?
So people can eat them.
Well, I don't know. See, I can't not say that I'm not going to ever turn vegan or vegetarian, but I would prefer that like for the animals to be killed that's like done in a humane.
But what would that look like? How would you kill somebody humanely that doesn't want to die?
How do you kill someone humanely? I don't know.
Everybody says, I know we're all taught the animals are.
I can't say I would ever turn vegetarian because.
But you have to. I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody because I used to eat the products myself until I knew better. But what you have to realise is, if you're buying the products, then you're literally paying somebody to throw animals into gas chambers.
Yeah, that seems a wee bit. Yeah, I mean,
you can't argue with that. It's supply and demand. So if you pay the money, and I know it's maybe the first thing you thought about it, because for years I was totally oblivious. Like I say, I'm not judging you.
It's not that like I said, I don't know how you would do it. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, you don't have to do it. You can buy vegan sausages instead. You can buy vegan bacon.
I've tried vegan sausages. I'm not particularly keen on it.
Yeah, but well, okay, but I mean, how many have you tried? Like one? There's like
I've tried
dozens of different ones.
I've tried a few different ones. I've tried corn and a couple of different ones.
Well, let's say you don't like vegan sausages. What do you value more? A 5-minute taste sensation, or an animal's life, or an animal being thrown into a gas chamber so you can?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you would do it in a different.
But that's what I'm saying to you. You don't have to do it at all. You can literally just eat something else. Just think about the fact that when you buy the product, you're paying somebody to do something animal you would never do yourself.
Yeah. I'll think about it.
All right. Thanks for stopping. Hi, Dan.
What's that?
So there's two facilities in Northern Ireland. There's one called Carrow in Cookstown. They're gassing about 3,500 to 4,000 a day.
Is it pigs or
what?
Pigs.
And Cranswick and Ballymena about 2,500 a day.
This is naivety of me.
Yeah.
Is that the?
Ask anything, man. It's completely fine.
No, is that not the most humane way to do it?
Well, they say it's the most humane way to do it. I've been there.
I'm only talking here.
Yeah, I know. So I've done vigils at Cranswick and at Carrow, where we spend a short time with the animals before they go into the gas chamber. The screaming of those animals when they go in, the ones inside are bad enough. So it's CO2 gas, and they put them into a cage like a gondola and drop them down into a gas chamber, and they basically suffocate to death. But it takes 90 seconds to maybe 2 minutes, and the CO2 clings on to the mucus in their stomach and their throat, so it burns them like acid from the inside out. Man, you should hear it. It's horrendous. What's even worse is watching the ones on the outside.
Because they know.
They hear what's happening. They know what's coming to them. The panic and the terror in those animals, man.
Say that I don't know how that study would do, but to say that a pig has the same intelligence as a human.
Well, about a 4-year-old child. Pigs are the fourth most intelligent animal. They're smarter than dogs.
Dogs, I believe that.
Highly intelligent. So I've been to all slaughterhouses. Cows know something's wrong. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure how aware they are that they're going to get. When they go into the kill line, they absolutely know. But pigs, from the very second they arrive in the trucks, know. They hear what's going on, and they know what's coming to them, man. It's absolutely terrible.
But I'll tell you, I experienced this once. I know this is. I had a dog there not so long ago who had cancer. And when I went to the vet told me, Stephen, there's no really comeback for this dog. It's about the most humane thing to do is for to put it down.
Yeah.
And I felt terrible because I've had the dog for so long, and the vet says to me, Stephen, this is the way to look at it. You've given that dog a really good life. Plus, the dog has given you happiness. So you're actually doing the most humane thing for that dog.
Yeah.
I see the day that I took that dog up to the vet. What's your first name?
Cliff. What's your name?
Cliff?
Yeah.
Stevie.
Stevie.
I could swear that dog knew he was going into the vet because it'd never done before because it was a spaniel. And
can tell you're an
spaniels are
animal
always
lover, man.
known for pulling.
Yeah,
But see, once I got out of
didn't
the car,
want to.
it was pulling me back,
Yeah.
and the tears were tripping me because I knew.
I've done it both ways, man.
I said, this is the last time I'm going to do it, having to pull you
I've had
here.
companions euthanized, and it's a hard choice, and you don't know if you're doing the right thing. And I also, with one of my wee cats, I had her nearly 22 years, and I didn't want to let her go. And see, the last weekend I had her, the last 2 days, she suffered, and I wished I had her euthanized her earlier, but it's not the same. Those pigs get 6 months.
Yeah.
They're kept in the worst conditions. I don't know if you've seen the thing we did last year where we exposed one of the pig farms in Ballymena. They're all the same, man. They live in terrible conditions. They're standing in concrete, barren pens, standing in their own filth and waste for 5 to 6 months. The only time they will ever see the sunshine or feel the wind in their face is the day a truck turns up and they're forced onto it and taken to a gas chamber.
Yeah. So they're basically just fed just for bacon.
Yeah.
And their life is
And the thing is,
important.
the crazy thing about the whole thing is, it's completely unnecessary. You can eat something else instead. That's what I'm trying to say to people. When you are buying the products, not judgment by the way, because I don't even know what you eat or what you consume or whatever, but when you're buying the product, you're paying somebody to do something to an animal that you would never do yourself.
Well, Cliff, you know the thing that I always thought about, I'm going for train here, so don't want to
No, you're okay.
don't want to miss it.
I'm going to give you a card before you go so you can...
The thing about it is that I always think about, and it's the guilt within me. If I physically had to go in and kill a cow, carve it up and then put it on the thing and then eat it, I probably wouldn't do it.
I say to people eating lamb, we lambs are 16 weeks old. Everybody eats them every Sunday here. If I brought you a lamb and a knife and said, here,
here's the lamb,
cut its throat,
do it.
Many people would do it. But yet it's just the way you're brought up to. You're taught to draw this arbitrary line between cats and dogs. Let's love these animals. And if somebody shoots a gorilla, you get upset. And if somebody hunts or fox hunts or bullfighting, we're supposed to get upset. But pigs and cows and chickens, nobody cares. You're taught not to care. You can't even not even think about it.
Is, have you ever been to Argentina?
No.
They eat horse like we would eat cow.
And you go to China, you go to Yunnan in China, and they have a dog meat festival because they're not companion animals. They think we're weird for eating pigs.
Australia's are eating kangaroo.
Yeah. Every country abuses animals in their own way.
Yeah.
And that's, people here do that thing where, Chinese are eating dogs, that's terrible, let's sign a petition and stuff. We're eating pigs. What's the difference? Pigs are, where's this arbitrary line? A pig can feel pain and suffer in exactly the same way as your dog could. We're just we're brought up to think this is what happens. It doesn't need to happen, it's completely unnecessary, you know.
Are you talking about changing your whole food eating habit?
I'm talking about going vegan. And it seems like a big jump.
What's that
You're not consuming dairy, you're not consuming eggs, you're not consuming flesh, but you're also not wearing leather, fur, wool, honey. So you're not paying industries to do cruel things. The dairy, and I know you have to go to get your train. I'm going to give you a SD card before you go. See if you can watch any of those. Watch that top one there, 40 minutes on YouTube. Sounds really boring, it's a speech. It's literally the best thing you'll ever see in your life. The dairy industry is the most cruel industry of the whole lot, believe it or not. It's so cruel. Like, I'll give you one example. When the calves are born, because the cows have to be pregnant in order to produce milk, well, they're taken away. The females go into the industry. The boy calves are disposed of. 100 to 150,000 annually.
Keep milking.
Yeah, they want to sell it. So the boy calves are not used for meat. Some are sold for veal, but most farmers either on the day they're born will shoot them in the head or hit them over the head. It's called blunt force trauma, and it's completely RSPCA approved, disposed of. So the dairy cows you see standing in the field, every single one of them's a female. Where's all the boy cows? And you see the beef herds, they're not the same type of cows. Dairy cows are much bigger and leaner than beef cows. So somewhere in the region of 120 to 150,000 every year killed on the day they're born. Egg industry the same. All the male chicks are either macerated, drowned or gassed on the day they're born. Those wee fluffy yellow chicks that everybody loves, trash, get rid of them. The whole industry stinks, man, it's terrible. And most people don't know.
No, they don't.
And now we've got to the stage where they tell you it's the most humane method. There's no humane way to kill anybody. How would I humanely kill you? Euthanasia is completely different. But if somebody doesn't want to die, completely different story. They tell us that gassing is the most humane method. It's the fastest method. That's why they're able to do 3,000 and 4,000 and 5,000 a day. There's 21,000 pigs gassed in Northern Ireland every week. Where are they all?
See, Cliff, it's the old saying again, and we'll bring it back. Let's talk about world wars. Years ago, as you know this yourself, 100 years ago or less than 100 years ago, for me, if there was any fighting, wars, it was all hand-to-hand combat. So me and you would have looked at each other straight in the eye, and either you would have killed me or I'd have killed you. But nowadays they can send a missile 3,000 or 4,000 miles away, kill 100,000, but the person that pushed the button, it's it doesn't mean anything to him because he
and it's the same chain of events because the person buying it.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
The person selling it in between, even if you go to a slaughterhouse, because I've been there and watched it, everybody's kind of, well, I'm not doing that. It's all wee different sections. One guy shoots them, one guy pulls their skin off, and the next person along cuts their legs off, the next person along cuts them into pieces, and it's all this compartmentalised. You're not completely disconnected from all that. But if you went to a slaughterhouse and seen it, you know, how many people would want to work in a slaughterhouse?
Well, when I remember when I was 15 or 16, and I was getting ready to leave school, and our careers teacher took us around a whole lot of jobs to get us ready to leave school and go into employment. And one of them was for me to go into slaughterhouse and to witness.
Did you go in? What do you think?
It's left a mark in my, and that's what, I'm 63 now, so what's...
You're wearing well now.
Let's see, what's that? 15, what? I can't even remember many years ago. 50 years ago. And
you still remember it?
And I still remember the noise of it, but then the only thing, I remember them cutting their throat, and they put a tube in, that was to extract all the blood. But I remember the way the cows were being killed was with a Hilti gun.
It's a captive bolt.
Is that what that is?
So it's a bolt with a spring. It doesn't kill them. All that does is stun them.
Because they were putting in the air.
It goes into the front of their brain. Stuns them for about 30 seconds. Long enough to somebody can put a shackle around their legs and get them upside down, because they're big strong animals. Somewhere around 60-70% of animals that go into the kill line are still conscious. I've seen cows pregnant in the kill line. I've seen cows have their legs cut off and be de-skinned, so they put this like laser knife down from their spine to their back right down and pull their skin off, and the cow's watching them, fully aware of them doing it with his legs off. It's freaking, man, you have no idea.
Bring a tear to your eye.
It's terrible, man. So I know vegan might sound extreme. Sounds like you're changing your whole diet. You're honestly not. You think of a roast dinner, you're changing one thing in your plate. All the rest of it's potatoes and vegetables, and you know. What's that speech, man? Honestly, I can tell you have a good heart already. So it's just joining the dots and connecting to it, you know.
People, humanity's just it's another human. Well, if a human can do it to another human, what we're going to do to an animal?
And the way I see it, I see animals like children. They're completely innocent. Your dog probably never harmed anybody. You know, so you can imagine your dog going in a slaughterhouse with hundreds of other dogs. I mean, people will be up in arms about it. But
see you, Cliff.
It's the way you're brought up. Here, man.
Your man there,
appreciate your stuff. You know,
he's an arsehole about steaks or something.
I hear it all the time. Don't really care, man. I don't really care. It's some people are just disconnected.
See you, Cliff.
Safe trip home.